All right, everybody. What's up? All right, let's do a copy breakdown for the movie Ford vs. Ferrari. I just went online, transcribed a trailer, and we'll kind of see how I would read it and just kind of mark the copy up a little bit. All right. So obviously we see that it's watch the trailer if the trailer is out, or if you see a poster, you can look at the poster, and that will kind of give you some evidence as to what kind of movie it is. We see two guys standing outside of a sports car, so it lets me know it's going to be some sort of racing triumph action movie. Also, since I have the copy here, I can see it's rated PG-13, so I know it's going to be more geared towards a family audience, which is going to start shaping the tone of your voice and your attitude. Okay, so based on the incredible true story. So let's also talk about why the copywriter is making these choices. So they're letting you know this is a true story, and people like true stories. People like to learn about history in the past. So based on the incredible true story. From the director of Walk the Line and Logan. Okay, we care about this line because both of these movies are great movies. And if you've seen these two great movies, you're going to have to see this new great movie. Okay? On November 15th, they're letting us know when to come see the movie. It's a call to action. It's also an invitation. And Ford versus Ferrari, there's an S there, name of the movie, and then rated PG-13. And then I saw another spot, and the spot had when nobody gave them a shot, they took one. So this lets me know it's an underdog story, okay? And these people are fighting. So Ford is fighting Ferrari, but it's about the characters. It's about these two guys, and when nobody gave them a shot, they took one. They're taking initiative. They're taking action, and they want something, and they're going for it. Sounds like someone I know. Okay, and then they took the American dream for a ride is the tagline from the poster, and I wrote that down here, which also gives you a clue to what this is about. American dream is about, just following your passion and building business out of it, and then it lets me know that this is going to be kind of an adventurous, wild, fun movie because they took the American dream for a ride. For a ride, you could do a hard period there. Anyway, let's get into the copy breakdown. So based on the incredible true story, I would give a half beat here and let this E ride a little bit more, and I would let this D land a little bit. Based on the incredible true story. And you could do two options here. You could end this with a hard period, or you could give it an ellipses and let it ride. I would provide both options to the editor. So what I mean by that is based on the incredible true story, or based on the incredible true story. Hard period right after you do a rumble on the Y. So story. So see how I'm landing that Y? True story. It's not story, it's story. You have to let it ride a little bit. So for a movie like this, you would use a light growl. Your voice needs to have, and by growl I mean texture. It's like, I compare it to starting up like a Hemi engine or something, or starting an 8-cylinder engine. And when you start, it goes blum, 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 blum. It doesn't just start and stop. It has warm-up times. It has cool-down times. And a big voice is going to have that same sort of thing. So it needs time to land and to growl and to make the noises that the voice would do. I hope that analogy makes sense. From the director of Walk the Line and Logan. And you could do this a few ways. I would write it as a straight line and keep it all very flat, as more of a very definitive statement. But I would billboard director a little bit. From the director of Walk the Line and Logan. See what I did there? I gave everything its weight. From the director of Walk the Line and Logan. But you got to string it together so it's not quite so separated. From the director of Walk the Line and Logan. Maybe I'm rushing that a little bit, but you get the idea. And on November 15th, on November 15th. Okay, so since this is the last line, there's obviously footage here. I wouldn't give this an ellipses. Sorry about that. I want to go on November 15th. On November 15th, I want to kind of take this up. I would just give it a hard period and end it. So on November 15th, a hard period, because I'm about to introduce the title. if that makes sense. And then Ford versus Ferrari. Of course, make it very strong, okay, and proud. And the title of the movie is something they work, very hard on determining. So whenever you're going to say the title of their film, make sure you capture the emotion of the movie within the title. So when you're saying Ford versus Ferrari, the listener should hear in the voice all these emotions of overcoming challenges. And I know I might be going a little overboard with reading into it, but it works really well in the subtext. Although you just hear Ford versus Ferrari, it makes you feel a certain way, is what I'm getting at. And then rated PG-13. Rated PG-13. Again, say it's strong, but not as strong and as sharp as you would say an R-rated movie. Because if this was R-rated, you'd say rated R. You'd say or rated R. You'd say it or rated R. You'd say it very strong. And they let me know, like, whoa, this is an action movie, this is an R-rated movie. But when you say rated PG-13, I know it just says rated PG-13, but there's a way to say it, is what I'm trying to get at. Rated PG-13. So it's not quite as aggressive as rated R. It's not as sharp. Okay, and then down here, when nobody gave them a shot. When nobody gave them a shot. So let the Y land, okay? When nobody gave them a shot. Then an ellipses here. So I'm writing that out. When nobody gave them a shot. When nobody gave them a shot. And then down to the next line. They took one. And then take took up a little bit, and then hard period. They took one. You can kind of get like a little evil smile in there, because nobody was giving them a chance, so they took it. So it's kind of this, it's great copywriting, and make sure to do the copywriter justice when you're reading their script, because in their mind, they have it a certain way. So you need to bring that to life for them. And then this line I think is great. They took the American dream for a ride. I would really have some fun with this RD here. And let it roll out. They took the American dream. This is one thing. For a ride. They took the American dream for a ride. Or you can go down with it or up with it. So they took the American dream for a ride. And go up and out, or for a ride. You can go down with it. Or you can just play it straight. They took the American dream for a ride. I don't think it's as exciting, but it depends on timing and how much you have to play with it. Cool. So I hope you enjoyed the copy breakdown.